When looking at the descriptions of day one from the New King James Version of the Bible, we read in chapter 1, verses 1 through 2, "In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters." The Septuagint, which predates the New King James Version, was commissioned between the 3rd and 1st centuries BCE. It reads, "In the beginning God made the heavens and the earth. But the earth was unsightly and unfurnished, and darkness was over the deep, and the Spirit of God moved over the water." What is read appears to be easily understood until you start putting definitions to the words from a Hebraic understanding. For example, the word God. In the beginning God, this word God in Hebrew is Elohim. Although it does mean the Almighty here, it does not always mean the Almighty, Most High God. It can also mean ruler, judge, angel, demons, or the Almighty. Another word that needs defining is face, or in Hebrew panim. The Hebraic understanding was the front of a one-sided surface. Why is this important, you may ask? We have been taught to immediately think in the shape of a ball, but a ball doesn't have a front nor only one surface. The earth, or more accurately the land, was a Hebraic desert of no value, a waste with a face of the waters. Some companion verses, which may help, include Psalm chapter 2, verse 7, Psalms chapter 104, verse 30, Psalms chapter 110, verse 4, Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 23, John chapter 1, verses 1 through 3, and Hebrews chapter 1, verse 5, and Hebrews chapter 5, verse 7. Other books, which are not included in the 66-book modern American canon, shed even more light on the events of that first day. A perfect example of just that is Esdras, who you may know as Ezra from the American canon. 2nd Esdras 6, verses 38 through 39 reads, "I said, O Lord, truly you spoke at the beginning of the creation on the first day and said this, Let heaven and earth be made. And your word perfected the work. Then the Spirit was hovering, and darkness and silence were on every side. The sound of man's voice was not yet there." Let's continue with what the New King James says. Chapter 1, verse 3 reads, "Then God said, Let there be light, and there was light." And the Septuagint reads, "And God said, Let there be light, and there was light." Both are the same, but why is this verse so important? It is the setup for one of the most significant events in all of history. This word light means illumination. To be clear, it does not mean the sun, but God had a very important reason for illuminating what happens next. 2nd Esdras 6 verse 40 chronicles to us, "Then you commanded a ray of light be brought out of your treasuries, that your works might appear." And Enoch, who was Noah's great-grandfather, records what happened, that there was a need for this radiance. In the book of Enoch, chapter 48, verses 2 through 6 reads, "And at that hour the Son of Man was named in the presence of the Lord of spirits, and his name before the head of days. Yea, before the sun and the signs were created, before the stars of the heaven were made, his name was named before the Lord of spirits." If there is any question as to who it is Enoch is talking about, he continues, "He shall be a staff to the righteous, whereon to stay themselves and not fall. And he shall be the light of the Gentiles, and the hope of those who are troubled of heart. All who dwell on earth shall fall down and worship before him, and will praise and bless and celebrate with song the Lord of spirits. And for this reason he hath been chosen and hidden before him, before the creation of the world and for evermore." So in the simplest terms, God brought the light from his treasuries to see Jesus, the Yeshua in Hebrew, receive his name. On day one he was given the name Yeshua, which is the word salvation in Hebrew. Just let that sink in for a minute. Yeshua was in the presence of Yahweh, the Lord of spirits, on day one, receiving his name. Now let's see what else happened on day one, but first a little information detour. The Book of Jubilees, also known as the Lesser Genesis. Not because it has less valuable evidence for the Book of Genesis, but the word lesser has been poorly translated. It means smaller. It's the version of Genesis with all the smaller details and tidbits you won't get in Genesis. Jubilees, unlike many of our American canonical books, tells the reader who the writer is and where the reports are coming from. When Moses was on the mountain for 40 days, an angel of the presence told Moses the story of Genesis from his perspective. Jubilees chapter 2 verses 2 through 3 read, "For on the first day he created the heavens which are above, and the earth and the waters, and all the spirits which serve before him, the angel of the presence, the angel of sanctification, and the angel of the spirit of fire, and the angel of the spirit of the winds, and the angel of the spirit of the clouds, and of darkness, and of snow and hail and hoarfrost, and the angel of the voices, and of thunder and lightnings, and the angel of the spirit of cold and heat and winter, and of spring and autumn, and of summer, and of all the spirits of his creatures which are in the heavens and on the earth. He created the abysses and darkness, even tide and night, and the light, dawn and day, which he has prepared in the knowledge of his heart. And thereupon we saw his works, and praised him, and lauded before him on account of all his works. For 7 great works did he create on the first day." In concluding this first day, the New King James reads in chapter 1 verses 4 through 5, "And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. So the evening and the morning were the first day." And the Septuagint concludes with, "And God saw the light that it was good, and God divided between the light and the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening and there was morning the first day." Thanks for watching. If you found this video inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more uplifting content. Your support helps us continue to share these messages of education and inspiration. Stay blessed by walking in the ways of our Lord and High Priest, Yeshua. Let his light shine through you, bringing peace to the world around you.